slowly.
Why? All right, I'll quit. Is it best of 5?
Yes.
Yeah, you really figured out the system, didn't you?
What do you mean? That's very normal to have a best of 5 final in these cups, apparently.
Yeah, it was good.
Yeah. I mean, I wouldn't lie. I wasn't the one that made this. I'm pretty sure someone else did this, but... Do you remember when ESL Open Cups had best of 5 semifinals? I hated that.
Best of 5 semifinals.
Yeah.
You hated that? Why? You're a content creator.
I just felt it was over the top. And a lot of the time the semifinals was like either 3-0, and it was just an extra game for no reason, or it was like the most drawn out, insane best of 5, which is nice. But then it always made the finals really bad after.
Because they're tired, and you've already been playing for 6
and
hours.
The other guy just like watched for an hour and a half. And yeah, it was like then 5.5 hours in we were starting the finals. I hated that. I was a big advocate for the best of 3 semis.
Look at you, fighting against your own needs.
Yeah,
your own wants.
I mean, that's the thing, right? Like, it was really good for viewership. I just really didn't enjoy casting it.
Yeah. Can't believe you put pleasure over money.
Pleasure over money. Wow, what a guy.
Yeah. All right. MaxPax versus Clem. MaxPax has been having some serious success again with the multi-gate blink builds, where he'll be very aggressive. I wonder what Clem should do against him. What do you think is the best percentage win build for Clem against MaxPax?
The best percentage win build?
Yeah, like you've casted these guys more than anyone probably.
I think the best percentage win is when Clem doesn't just die to the 4-gate blink.
Yeah, but okay.
But I don't know. I don't actually know what build is the best against that, because MaxPax makes it work against anything.
I think that Clem should not play 2 gas as much against MaxPax.
Sorry, say that again?
Shouldn't play 2 gas openers.
Oh, 2 gas, like aggression?
Yeah, because I feel like Clem... I don't want to say that he doesn't have the balls, but he doesn't shove it, you know? He doesn't go all in with it. You know, he doesn't do like the 5 Reaper, 3 Hellion stuff, or like, you know, this type of vibe as much. He prefers the technical approach, like, ooh, Marine and 6 Marines and a mine, you know, and a Cyclone in the front. And I feel like MaxPax, when he's playing against 2 gas, likes to be kind of greedy, skipping batteries and that type of stuff. So I feel like I love it when Clem just plays like these Reaper openers, like this time. Oh, what the hell is this? Hellions? Oh god, I hate this. I mean, I like Reaper openers, but I don't know what this is. Was this gas first? Must have been.
I didn't see. I was busy memeing with you.
Jesus.
The Adept going to cancel their shade, but Clem pulls the Hellion away, and that means we are going to get both of these Adepts with both Hellions alive. Nicely microed.
Yeah, shouldn't have lost the Reaper though. I mean, it's still a very good trade, but
yeah,
it would have been better if he hadn't lost the Reaper, Barry. Then he would have lost nothing and would have still killed 2 Adepts.
Yeah, if he microed even better, it would have been even better for him. It's a great point.
Yeah.
That's
he also
usually
could have denied more shots on the Hellions. So yes, it was very good, but it wasn't perfect.
It's usually the kind of analysis I bring to the table. You know, we do get you on the cast to, like, you know, provide information, not just, you know, stuff I could say.
Gotcha. All right, this actually was a gas first, by the way. Gas first, Reaper into 2 Hellion. I think it tricked MaxPax, just like it tricked us a little bit. These Hellions were faster than he expected. Blink is usually not done when the 4 mines arrive. There are 2 ways to execute. You can go into the natural mineral line to the main, or you can try to go through the front and then drop a mine there like this. That allows your Hellions to run through very consistently if they try to block the Hellions. Which I guess MaxPax didn't really try to block the Hellions. He's still going to get to the main base as well. Blink finishes in 1 second. I think this is a good trade overall for Clem.
Yep. He's going to lose this. Well, he's going to save the Wooden Mine, actually. So you can have 1 Wooden Mine in the medevac still in the corner. He kills 3 probes in total. And he got a Stalker as well. I think the Stalker is really nice.
And let's take a look at the natural. Remember last time when we casted and I was telling you about the second bunker?
Yeah.
He's doing it again. He stopped doing it for a while against MaxPax because he felt like he could hold everything, but now he's building the second bunker again. And honestly, I'm a big fan of this.
Yeah, no, it's I think against MaxPax is the right thing to do because he's so often just so aggressive on these moments right now and like these follow-ups. Second bunker just simplifies things so much a lot of the time, and MaxPax has been getting the better of Clem in some of these moments, and I like this approach from MaxPax because he gets in and gets 7 workers, also nothing. That's a beautiful play.
Yeah, surreal. 4 stalkers and a prism. This guy has his blink and his dream, and that dream is coming through. Honestly, I'm not even sure who's ahead right now. Like, we don't have combat shield yet. Stim has already started. You have a Viking on the way. There's going to be 3 tanks. I think that's enough. I don't think we need any more. We're safely set up in the main. I think we're actually in just a normal game here. Unless MaxPax manages to find more damage, but it should be very difficult.
It's kind of exciting because the amount of times these guys don't end up in normal games is kind of bonkers. And sometimes, obviously, when they get in normal games, they play some really good StarCraft getting into like the late stages. So, excited for that as MaxPax blinks into the main base. Going to find a depot on the edges, but that's about it for the moment. So nothing too serious right there. As we blink back out, and yeah, Clem's still looking for the wouldn't mind drop, but Stalkers are in position. MaxPax defense. Nice to get rid of that because now the rest of the Stalkers are kind of free from playing defense. So MaxPax can be a bit more aggressive if you would like. Raids from the Terran, also all on the way. Important timings to note. MaxPax will be on charge well before Clem really gets onto the map to be aggressive. The +1 upgrades are going to be fairly similarly timed, especially if you consider MaxPax will probably chrono boost his at least once. So yeah, looking like a good little mid game coming up here. The extra gates and so coming on as well.
Robo Bay being thrown down, 5 extra gates. Loving the Stalker here on the very south. Loving the Prism here, which is just making sure that nothing can really pass Max by. One of the hard things to do when you're playing high blink Stalker counts is to make sure that nothing kind of goes around you and might drop in the main base or gets behind your Stalkers and then can sandwich them. So it's very important that MaxPax does this correctly. This will force Clem into an attack over ground, and when that happens, these Stalkers, they can be microed. They can snipe off Marines. Clem is gonna try here. Look at this. Double Medivacs now heading towards the north. That Prism actually isn't connected all the way to the right side, but Clem is already making a little bit of a bend in his play. Look at this. It's gonna maybe even catch the Prism here. That would be sick.
Yeah, gonna start to unload and play the chase, but Prism is able to get out. Not enough Marines getting out quickly enough. MaxPax did realize it, pulls away. Stalkers now on the move as well. Let's see if they can kind of catch these units, but they're all unloaded, so it's unlikely. Maybe they could still get the medevac. The Raven decided to peel off from these Stalkers, from these bio units, and decided to go and, on its own accord, get across, and I lost track of it. Did it just die? Oh, there it is, right on the top of the map. So that's going to be in position to harass as well.
It's going to be 3 auto turrets. There's no batteries here. This could deal quite a bit of damage. Clem's push out also is going to be very powerful. There's going to be a super battery, but I don't think that should help very much if you have to fight into these tanks, right? Yeah, we get some Zealots now moving in forward. Good pickup out of Clem. Will lose 1 medevac. Same time, the auto turret man is not doing anything. Raven is just chilling. I think it could definitely cause a little bit of chaos in MaxPax's defense. If we see that Zealot run by is active on the other side of the map, 65 workers to 55. Clem wants to kill this fort base. If he doesn't get it, that could be quite bad for him.
Yeah, he's still in position. 4 tanks are very good, but the Zealots are going to flank around the left side. Clem pulls back, ready to play against those siege tanks. A couple Wooden Mines helping along the way. Wooden Mine hits the Colossus to get the shields off of that. The tank's not target firing the Colossus at the same time. Clem does well, but just doesn't quite have the firepower to go through an Immortal and Colossus, so he backs it up, and we're going to settle it down for a moment or two.
I think this was a good enough trade there, though. I was afraid of him just losing the 4 tanks straight up. Here, at least he got something out of it. We should have a second Colossus out already as well. Yes, it's moving towards the fort base. 3rd one on the way. And I think MaxPax wants to take some map control. This Raven doing nothing is really a bloody shame. He should have been using it. He had 3 auto turrets, and the main base had no battery. The 3rd base battery was not in position. You could have cleared a lot of mining time. Probably gotten a bunch of worker kills as well. Really sloppy here out of Clem, who I think has just forgotten about the unit.
Yeah, just chilling.
That's actually a big deal. Like, there should be 6-7 worker kills and a lot of mining time lost. Like, we're talking maybe The value of this unit could have been like 500-600 minerals or so, which is, yeah, it's big. It's 10 supply.
Kind of wild that we've not seen it just be used at all. Usually he's so good with it, but yeah, I think he's just, like you say, forgotten it exists. He's probably going to find at some random point in the game is going to become a factor. As you have, obviously, Ghost coming out. The Widow Mine spread is good. Clem getting set up on his 4th. As MaxPax gets set up on the 5th, he will now come in. There you go. Raven comes in. Instantly 3 probes. And we'll start to regen some energy. So starts to go much better. This other mineral line on the 3rd base is also just Baron of defense. So we'll get 1 more probe there. And yeah, forced lost mining time, which is obviously great.
Yeah. I mean, if you're doing this while there's an attack going, the response is going to be much weaker majority of the time. So yeah, I'm a little bit sad about it. But don't worry, Clem is still in it. This is 181 supply against 162. MaxPax moving out with the Stalkers. Doesn't have vision of a little part of the map. On the high ground portion, needs to be careful that his Stalkers aren't too far forward and get passed by the main army. That could be awkward. Okay, he's gonna take over the high ground right now. Has some Zealots here on the left side. He's gonna clear these Marines. Very good vision for MaxPax, who is pumping Disruptors 2 at a time. We have DT Blink as well. 3-1 on the way, as Clem hasn't even started his 2-2 yet, so could definitely have a bit of an upgrade advantage for the Protoss player.
When he gets to the center, Clem starting his 2-2. I just love the fact that Dark Shrine's up, right? Because once you start getting that Shadow Stride online, so much harassment potential as well. The current harassment being denied with the Vikings getting that Prism on the bottom side. MaxPax gets some Widow Mines on the front, but I don't think he's in a mood to kind of go and try and do too much when he's not got harassment set up on, you know, another position at the same time, basically.
Yeah. Prism on the way. 3rd Robo coming in as well. I think it's time for a 6th base even at this point. We have 10 gateways already. Yeah, Probe is already in position to build that 6. Clem is going to cancel it instantly because he has triple Medivacs nearby. Lots of Marauders, 1 Ghost, as well as some Marines. Let's see if Clem... Yeah, definitely Clem can defend this. This is not that scary of an army. I'd be shocked if he loses this base.
Disruptor shot comes through. Bio is going to continue in. Disruptor still trying to land. Another Disruptor shot. Actually, is going to connect quite nicely there as well, as Clem maybe had given up on this already. Now going to EMP and try and find a little extra on the recall. Not quite able to get there. And not really progressing much with the army on the drops either, although he can. Oh, I thought he was going to flank in on these Stalkers that were not recalled. But he does not get that opportunity. Peels them off to the side. Still lost 10 SCVs as the DTs are going to get a tank and more as well. So MaxPax doing a great job on the back end of this fight.
Yeah, absolutely. Observer is going to spot the triple Medivac heading into the dead space too. So I think overall MaxPax's position is just much better. There is going to be a 2-2 timing. I would be shocked if Clem doesn't want to use it, mainly because MaxPax's army isn't actually great when defending. MaxPax is going to have a brilliant time if he's out on the map, but in a direct engagement, he only has 2 Disruptors right now. He has 2 Colossus, there are a lot of Zealots, these are great for run-bys, not so much in a direct engagement. Clem, however, does need to wait for 2-2. I don't think he can fight this. Well, he's down 2 entire upgrades. He's gonna just kite back, kill 1 Colossus, and try to establish a 5th base. He needs these 2-2 upgrades. Without 2-2, these fights are gonna go horrible for him.
Actually got both the Colossus there, so now there's none of those left as the drops on the left side got cleaned up prior to all of that. Now Clem is mostly just playing with this army right here and right now as Disruptor Shot's going to try and zone, and that's going to be Clem. Not quite getting the correct split or pullback, so the Disruptor lands and he loses the base on the right at the same time. MaxPax getting a base, and guess what? He's on the bottom left as well. He gets this base too. Planetary Fortress falls. Viking SCV defense is not good enough, and now MaxPax jumps back onto this army that was chasing that looks pretty puny in comparison to what MaxPax is working with. As we get forwards here, I mean, the Vikings going to start landing. An Order Turret comes down. Desperation mode really being activated here. A few more Zealots trailing into the front, and with more Zealots, this army is continuing to push. MaxPax can take a step back, can go and warp in. As we get back into MaxPax's advantage, it definitely seems.
Yeah, I feel much better for MaxPax right now. He's going to Clem is going to send the main base over towards the fort, but there's still some DTs active. I think the only thing that Clem can do right now is go for the throat, and that also is seemingly his plan. He's gonna at least try and go for the 4th base here, kind of get in between the 4th and the 5th, leaving this right side army in kind of an awkward spot. We still have a very low Disruptor count, and we have plenty of Medivac, so a good fight is possible, but it's not going to be super easy here for Clem, who, well, is taking a phenomenal fight here. Zell is not really doing a whole lot. Medivac is not going to get targeted down quite yet. This Disruptor is gonna fall. Don't forget that the production behind this is 10 gates and 3 robos. So Disruptors and gate units will be built in very large numbers. The second one of the 3 ghosts has now been sniped, so we only have a single EMP left here. I think Clem can't actually fight this anymore, but I also don't think Clem can really go back home and play a macro game from here on out, can he?
No, his position is pretty terrible with the bases struggling to mine. The 4th zone just now going to get back active again. The DTs caused so much disruption over there. Yeah, it looked hopeful for Clem, because I think, like you said, it was a great fight for him. He might catch the prison here as well. MaxPax turns it around, so only eats the EMP. He took a great fight, but MaxPax just had money, and money was just going to be the answer, right? Because all he needed was another round of Zealots, and he could support his army again. And now he's been able to buy himself time to get the 4 Disruptors instead of just the 1 he had previously. The Colossus production's coming back through because he's killed a lot of the Vikings. Clem does have the multi-prong going for him, and he will push the left side seemingly successfully, but if Colossus shows up, and that's actually going to be huge in this fight, as we are going to see the Marauders at least trying to dive in, though. We cancel the warping, Colossus falls, and Clem is going to win on the left-hand side for the moment. Now diving back in on the right, he doesn't quite have the numbers there still. Medevac's chased away by the Stalkers, so Clem wins on the left. Something, at least for him, is going to keep him in the game for now.
Yeah, I am very surprised by that. Natural base for Clem is now floating over to the 5th. I'm just shocked that Clem is actually still winning. He doesn't have 3-3 on the way either, by the way, so he still feels very all in with this. There's no +3 armor coming in for MaxPax. I mean, MaxPax should have a better army right now. He has 4 Disruptors, he has 2 Colossus, we have 0 Vikings out on the map. So to me it feels like MaxPax is still in the lead, but we're one bad fight away from him actually being behind or even losing.
Yeah, Zealots continuing over, Bio continuing to get here, Colossus. I mean, I do love that we've got 2 Colossus up, something a little bit more sturdy. Obviously, Disruptors need to be a factor here as well. It's the first time MaxPax has, like, multiple tech units really gathered together, I feel like. Yeah, he's had the Disruptors around before, but now Colossus and Disruptors at once. Making this one bigger fight, I think, is beneficial to MaxPax. I think Clem really kind of got away with kind of getting the pylon and the warp and cancel on that left side before is really what enabled him to have a chance. Now MaxPax is maxed and his whole army comes forwards here. This looks a lot tougher for Clem.
Yeah, it's looking rough. Disruptors in the back could perhaps get flanked here by that left side army, but Zealot's now flanking the flank.
Yeah.
As the Disruptors at the front are just taking out so many of these Marauders, so many of these Marines, and yes, MaxPax is most likely going to be collecting the victory here. Clemmate is way closer than I ever think it should have been, because he was down 3-4 bases. Once both of these planetaries got sniped, he should have been out, but he kept fighting and he almost made the comeback happen. And I think that is the power of Clem. When he's in these bad positions, he can still make stuff happen with Bio, with the help of mules. GG gets called this time. So MaxPax is going to take game number 1 in this best of 5 finals here on the WardiTV Mondays number. I'm just thinking what I would veto next. I personally then would kick out Crimson Court.
Yeah. I think so too, but MaxPax has been kind of funky with his vetoes lately, right? Last time we were casting MaxPax, there was a similar story.
Yeah, but it was beyond vetoing Oceanborn.
Oh yeah, the other way around.
Yeah, but it's still, MaxPax was involved. Yeah. MaxPax is a little bit like Harry Potter, you know? It feels like he can't help it, but he's always in trouble. So there's probably something, you know? Something off.
Yeah, he's just the natural trouble finder, whether it's him making it or him being caught up in it.
Yeah, some of these people, there have to be some people that are just extremely unlucky in life, you know? Just always get this type of stuff. And MaxPax is one of those.
That's me, but only when I play StarCraft ladder games. I'm always unlucky.
Yeah, true. Also, if it wasn't for your knee injury, you would have been capable of going pro.
Yeah, the knee really held me back, not being able to sit at the desk for long enough.
Yeah.
Really took away my epic macro games and forced me to play the mid game too much.
Yeah. Your focus on the mid game has always been your weak part of the game.
Absolutely.
You wanna talk about the build we're seeing here?
Yeah,
it's a 2 gas.
Go wild. It's 2 gas. It's what you did not want to see.
Actually, on this map, Clem, I think, is very keen on playing multi-Reaper Hellion. So then I don't mind it. The threat needs to be there. And on this map, there's definitely a threat because you can't wall. It is impossible to wall on this map as a Protoss player. Because there's 2 Reaper jump spots. Well, actually, there's 3. There's also one in the natural, but that we don't count that. There's 2 that can lead you to the water if you're a horse and you're thirsty.
you often find yourself being a horse?
Not often. No, not frequently, no.
But you're called Horstem.
There's a guy actually called Horstem on the ladder.
Yeah.
It's like 4'8" or so, 4'9".
Are you sure it's not your alt?
No, it's not me.
Okay.
I think he plays random as well.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. Nice guy. He's very friendly to me all the time. He also GGs to me when I'm playing on a barcode.
Wow.
Yeah. Because it doesn't really count if I'm playing on my main account, you know, and he's like, oh. But he does it when I'm on the barcode.
Wow.
And he sometimes even says GG well played. So, you know, it's a good people.
I didn't realize good people still existed in StarCraft.
It's hard to imagine.
I thought it was just EM barcodes and content creators.
Yeah, that's all there is left. Look at this. Double Reaper into Cyclone. I freaking hate this build already. Imagine, this is legit what I was talking about. Now look, imagine he shows up with 3 Reapers and 2 Hellions. There's no battery in the main. There's no battery in the natural. How the hell would he have defended this?
No,
he wouldn't.
You take
He would have
mega
died.
damage. He's still going to take mega damage off 2 Reapers hopping in.
Yeah, imagine it was 3 and also 2 Hellions.
Insane.
It's crazy, no? I've been saying this for a long time now. I think MaxPax plays unsafe in the early game against 2-gas. And the Terrans, they tell me I'm not listening. But they're not the ones not listening. These are just 2 Reapers, 4 worker kills. That's not okay. Absolutely illegal.
Illegal move. Clem's lucky we don't police these games.
Well. Sorry?
Clem's lucky we don't police these games. Making illegal moves like that.
Yeah.
Locked up in Terran jail.
True. Ooh, double mine drop. God, do I hate this build. Is he gonna go 4 gates from here? He's adding a really late 3rd gate, but that's because he lost so many workers. He's poor as hell, man. The MaxPax just halfway across the map.
Yeah. It's not a pretty time to be on Crimson Court. If your MaxPax as a Widowmine drop is going to hit that natural, these Stalkers are like, okay, we're doing all right. We're getting some, some shots off. SCV's going to pull, gets the Cyclone. The Widowmine drop will burrow. The split is good, but 2 kills, and Medevac will evacuate both mines, but at least the Stalker's on the other side.
That was really bad for Clem. He should have been retargeting like a beast. But he also lost the Cyclone, so he probably was afraid of dying. Like, usually, this base doesn't mine until 2 Stalkers show up, you know? And now some SCVs are even gonna fall, like a couple of Marines. This started so bad for MaxPax, but it's slowly turning into an okay situation. These mines are ready already. And MaxPax is gonna lose a couple of workers here. Mine will still stay alive. Crazy. This one also? No way.
Oh, Medevac. Oh my god. I love Clem's like, I'm gonna see if I can maybe get in and get that with a mine as it's like being blown up. Banshee gonna be seen by these Stalkers. They're gonna blink on it, and that Banshee getting seen, caught. No blink again for the moment. Banshee will try and make some space and will run to the right hand side. I think does get away here. Just about, yeah. Good turnaround from Clem.
Yeah, the worst part here for MaxPax is that he doesn't know whether this is cloak or not. So yeah, now he's building the batteries before the 3rd base. I think this game is just over, to be honest. Like, he's gonna need to deal so much damage with this. But maybe he needs to kill his opponent.
That's serious?
Yeah, I think so. Like, I mean, or close to killing.
Tank in position, bunker in a good place. Banshee at home will help DPS as well. We do have 1 tank in the main behind a wall of structures, so if you blink into the base, the tank is in range to kind of cover that, and you can't just kind of walk towards the tank after you blink in, so pretty good setup there for Clem defensively. As you see these Stalkers now into the back of this natural across the gold mineral line, and we'll just try and put some work in. Auto turret will drop just to help with the damage output of pushing these Stalkers away. And Clem just continued to work his way towards that stim. Just now, the 3rd base goes down to 6 minutes and 13 seconds. 3rd base drops super late in this game for a 3rd for the Protoss player, who isn't even on 4 gateways of production. So 3 gates only.
Pathetic.
Super late 3rd. It's a rough time unless he gets, like you say, some serious damage done, which is just not found yet.
Yeah, gonna get a blink into the main base. Maybe you can clear stim. Maybe clear an eBay. No, I think the answer is no to both. Gonna get a repair on the eBay. It will be necessary. Banshee actually helps out so much with the DPS. That unit deals so much damage.
It does.
You know that the Banshee deals as much damage as 3 stimmed Marines?
3 stimmed Marines?
Or 5 stimmed Marines. It's one of the two. I can't remember now.
That's much less useful information if you're not sure.
Yeah, but I already think 3 is a crazy amount of damage.
Wow, that's 150 minerals versus, like, you know, a gas unit. Maybe not that crazy.
But also flies.
Yeah, it flies as well, but, like, it's a tech unit, no? Like, it's a tech, like, glass cannon. Like, it kind of fills the same role as a Marine. It's low HP, it's easy to kill, but it does good damage if you don't kill it. I don't think that's that crazy.
Yeah, no, I mean, true, I guess. But it does feel, you know? It's something people don't realize. Like, how much damage this guy really has.
MaxPax cleaned out the defenses, but at the cost of a lot of his stalkers, so his numbers just aren't really good enough to stick around anymore. And Clem's already kind of moving away from tanks into Widowmine production as well. He has got the Banshee finally decided to come across the map, but there's batteries in place, so more than anything, this may just force a little warp in. As Clem's also going to push out the front. Stim done, Combat Children +1 not far from being done, so that's going to be what we move toward here as we go out across the map, heading to the bottom left-hand side for the moment.
Do you think he survives?
MaxPax? No, I think he's dead.
You think he's dead? I think so too.
It's a very dead Protoss.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
Wait, does he have stim? Yeah, he has stim. No combat yet. Like,
Combat finishes now.
this is how my 3-gate blink games look as well.
But they look as though he lost 4 probes early and then kind of died.
Yeah, but I don't even have to lose the 4 probes early to make it look like this. Yeah.
You
I
just
have the
naturally...
talent to make it look like this without that. Yeah.
Mortal
Yeah,
just
people often ask me how I do it.
Good game. As MaxPax is going to tap out, Clem will tie up this series. We get tied up 1-1 in this best of 5. We are going to see at least at the start.
They might start debating whether I really have passion for this game.
Yeah.
Good save, Vardy.
Been debating that for a while. All right, go. Oh, I've got this.
Okay.
All right, game 3 here. Alcyone, MaxPax is in the top right, and Clem is in the bottom left. I'll take a quick moment just to say thank you to a couple of subs on my side. Stranger in a Strange Land, 54-month resub, Sightmoth for the 20, and France for the 70. Thank you so much. As we enter game 3 of this grand final today on WardiTV Mondays. Start of a full week of StarCraft 2 again. We're going to be live Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Saturday, Sunday this week with PTR games. It's going to be a lot of fun. So look forward to all of that as the barracks goes down, gateway comes up across the map, and we'll see what Clem wants to do here on Alcyone. Bigger kind of macro map that we're going to play on. Let's see if Clem wants to get 2 gases down or the approach he'll take. There it is, double gas going down, so already the idea of a faster factory, some pressure on the map earlier. As MaxPax comes through with this probe, wants to get across early and just check that there's no proxy barracks or anything going on. Sorry, I also I didn't miss the donation, I saw it at the time, but didn't mention the £10 from Walgren as well. Appreciate it, mate. We will keep the Monday content coming, fear not. Thank you so much for the support. Appreciate it. Thank you, thank you. Probe nibbling as this press CV in the next couple of moments to try and be an annoyance at the front, and we'll go and try and get some damage done. The SCV comes over to chase that probe down. As the depot drops, and this wasn't that exciting in the end. Reaper will start, Nexus builds, and MaxPax looking pretty regular. Of course, Clem has had that faster factory setup coming in, and he takes a while to put it down because he does not place it here, he places it here. So by building it over here, that's kind of interesting because it's more exposed to the outsides, and I wonder what the logic is behind building the factory there. Because he lost, it was like 10 to 15 gas late because he moved further to the right before he put it down as well. So that's actually an interesting little choice. Anyways, the Reaper on the way out. Second Reaper building. The Warp Gate producing from MaxPax says we'll see his tech choice coming in shortly. See if he wants to delve away from the Twilight Council. That is typically his best friend in the PvT. That is usually the direction of his game plan, as the Adept will be out here to start dealing with the Reaper. Reaper sees the Nexus. That's good information from Clem. You already know now. Okay, for sure, I know what's up. Just seeing that this is in fact going to be the expand. What he doesn't know is that that's a gateway going down across the map. So I'm mentioning the Twilight Council, but MaxPax is going to go for straight up unit production over pressure initially. Now this is against that faster factory. Starport coming in. I think this is pretty okay for Clem because he's going to have units that can fight. Obviously you can't lose the Cyclone though, and that's the danger. If you can't get caught off guard and get caught by surprise and that first Cyclone goes down super quickly, defending this without the Cyclone when you invested so much into it is rough. The Cyclones do kind of die pretty fast if you don't be careful about it, so something to be careful of in the future. As Clem tries to get a probe but will not succeed. One Reaper dead. So the Reaper backs away.
Awful start.
Awful start.
Has it been spotted? I mean, he's seen the second gateway timing. Sometimes I wonder whether Terrans know timings, though.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, not really. Like, this gateway is way too early. Clem should know that the only thing this can be is a fast 3-gate. Because MaxPax also likes playing this build. Like, it should be in his head. You just build a bunker, you win the game.
Yeah, well, no bunker building just yet. Cyclone actually going to get kind of ferocious across the map, which I find kind of crazy because I really feel like you need this Cyclone, but he's going to get one Stalker and he's going to get a second as well. Probes pulling in. Cyclone will die to Probes eventually here, but not before forcing a lot of lost mining time. Well, units show up on the other side. Clem is going to be loaded into a medevac. I'm going to go ahead and say that that's going to be okay, actually, because he gets the Wooden Mine burrowed up at the front. The CV's pull, trying to block the Stalkers in, but there's not really any other damage output.
Ooh, no pickup micro here on the Marines. On Clem-like, he's gonna try pushing in forward with the Widow Mine. There's some good control on there. I think Clem is
Dead?
potentially dead.
Yeah. That's why you can't lose the Cyclone. Even if you get like value out of the Cyclone, like just having the Cyclone alive is way too important. And yeah, not just having the Cyclone is kind of rough as the siege tank is on the way. And Clem loses 6 SCVs already, down by 12, so anything he did across the map really has not mattered. Gonna lose some more SCVs as well. Still an Adept gonna get in the front to Tank. Another couple Stalkers showing up. Tank is gonna pop right now. We have the potential just to get straight on top of this Tank, and we are gonna do just that. That Tank is not gonna live for long enough. GG's. MaxPax takes the 2-1 lead.
Nice. Or well, not. No.
Yeah, I actually like this map a lot. I think this
Actually, as you're the super spectator. I think you might be the person that watches the most StarCraft out of everyone, no?
maybe. I don't know. I mean, some people might watch everything I cast and what other people cast too. So maybe they watch.
Yeah, but you also watch other people's streams still.
Not that much.
But you do a little bit. You're often in my stream wanking about.
I mean, yeah. Sure.
So, what, in your opinion, have been the greatest maps in this map pool that have provided the best value?
In this map pool?
Yeah.
Hmm.
And then name a map as well that you just like the most, like as a entertainment-wise, you know?
Hmm. Well, definitely not Golden Aura. And definitely not Dynasty, so we can scrap those two. I actually think entertainment-wise, Amphion. I think Amphion's really fun. Always gives us fun games.
Really?
Yeah, like it's not super popular, so it doesn't. It might just be that we don't see it all the time, so I'm a bit more like, I like it a bit more. I feel like when we do see Amphion, it's almost always a good game. I feel like it kind of creates a lot of different ways of expanding and stuff as well. Like you see a lot of different bases being taken. Like when I see games on Amphion, I still feel like they're fresh. So. But I mean, you can't really go wrong with like a Site Delta, Oceanborn, Alcyone. Like these maps have all been very good as well.
Really? You like Alcyone?
Not really. No, I don't really like Alcyone, but like, it has given good games.
Okay, but if you were to make a best of 3 map pool for the most entertaining games, Alcyone wouldn't be in there, right?
No, it would be like Site Delta, Amphion, and... I feel like I'm
I'd almost put Dynasty in there.
Well, yeah, maybe for entertainment, for pure entertainment value, Dynasty, yes.
Because those games get a little bit wonky at times.
Because it's crazy, right?
Yeah.
Because those, it's the same as Amphion, but on drugs a little bit, right? It's like extreme version. As the Proxy Gateway is going to get going here, so Clem has to deal with this first Zealot. SCVs pull in, and we will see the Marine and the Reaper going to get rid of that Zealot, and then we're going to have to get back onto that bunker and try and get that finished up as Zealot number 2 is already here and ready to play.
Yeah, SCV Micro needs to be very good over here. Oh, Clem's going to lose one more. As this probe has already gotten 1 kill, tries to get another one. Zealot still chasing the Marine. I don't think Clem should lose any more SCVs here, but he is going to. That's 5 workers for 2 Zealots. Please don't lose anything else. That was very sloppy. Now we have the Stalker coming out as well. Could potentially get 1 more SCV. The one building the CC. As ooh, Stalker could now be in trouble. Gets another Marine. Control is phenomenal here out of both players. I do believe that MaxPax got a little bit more done than he should have.
Yeah, I can get behind that for sure. I think you're right. When you see Clem, you expect him to keep a few more SCVs alive than that. You know?
Yeah.
I'm not going to say this was quite my level of defense, but, definitely trending more towards that. I think.
Yes, you also only would have lost 5 workers against this.
Yeah, give or take, right?
Give or take.
550. You know.
Yeah. Margin of error 12. Okay, Stalker returns back home, is going to help against the Reaper. The one nice thing here is that Clem actually is going to see the the late Twilight, and hopefully also the fast second gate. Come on. Does he see the Chrono here? I mean, you might as well go for the full scout. Yep, he's going to see quite a bit. Chrono on the warp gate, so he should be mentally prepared to deal with a similar attack to last game. The situation isn't brilliant because he's probably down 1 or 2 workers from where he should be in a standard situation. But this Hellions gonna come in. It's actually gonna help out. Gonna get at least 1 worker kill here. Ooh, might even get 3 here.
Nice, gets the 2, gonna get the 3. Lovely. Stalker will take a while to kill. Hellion will just go back up in the main just to drag the Stalker in. Why not? You're not gonna get anything else done on the low ground, so yeah, just gonna get in.
The Cyclone died.
What?
The Cyclone died to 4 adepts. Yeah.
What? I saw the adepts
I
in the
couldn't
net.
believe it.
Wow.
Yeah.
Damn.
That's a miscontrol.
Yeah. Well, now we're going to show off with the medevac micro a little bit. Marines will clean these adepts up. A few more SCVs lost overall, and this is adding up as now the Stalkers show up as well. Going to try and just get as many units as possible. Marines do have a little bit of healing coming in off the medevac. That helps a lot in this situation. Medevac is going to bring more Marines from the high ground to the low ground. SCVs helping. Stalkers should die. Both of them will end up dropping. The final reinforcement or 2 not going to be enough just yet. Blink only just recently started. He definitely didn't start Blink for a while, right? That was a little delayed.
Yeah. Hey, I don't want to be a dick, but the pickup micro today has not been super on point, right?
It's not being Clem-like, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, just because we expect, like, Clem to be ridiculously impressive with it, so when he's just sort of good / great, that's just not, like, Clem-like, right? So, yeah, I'm with you. Yeah, I think for Clem, we probably expect it. I mean, here you go, like this.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, but there were a couple of situations where it's like 2 adepts against 3 Marines. You're not expecting Clem to lose a Marine there, you know? This is very good, though.
Yeah. Clem heard you. He was like, right, look, if you're not impressed, I'll impress you right now, okay? I'm going to kill every single one of these Stalkers, and I'm really not going to lose much in the process.
I'm not going to eat my words because it was accurate as to what happened in the past. I can look into the future.
That is, yeah.
That was good, though. That was really good.
Yeah, that was insane. Absolutely insane. Wow.
Very impressive.
That was a caster curse in the right way. You know, like, usually you're like, man, he's doing great, and he dies. You're like, man, his micro hasn't been that great, as good as we expect, and he just goes overboard.
Yeah. Nice. Ooh, we have a Robo Bay here. 4 gas, no high gate count. This is different from what he usually does. And thus automatically interesting. Single mine drop is going to try to get in, but shouldn't really get anything done here.
Yeah, I'm just going to sit in the corner and just wait a little bit, so we can just sit there and chill, which is still a nice little something, nice position to be in, as we do have the other probes moving around. Gateways, Robobay, Sentry all producing, getting that up and rolling as the probes continue to transition for the moment. Let's take ourselves the upgrades, as well as Clem. Obviously, no third from him just yet, but as the Pro's third base finishes and his upgrades get going, Clem likely takes the third base as he moves out the first time. In fact, there it is, starting up now, so we'll get that started. And yeah, Medevac's about to be here, so you can more reliably move out as well. Oh, he scans for the Observer, but it got away. I missed it.
There's nothing better than that. Nothing feels better than that. I always type to them when they fail.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I actually do. It's fine. The same if they accidentally lose their Reaper to 1 adept, you know, in a stupid way. I get 2 hits in. I always send a smiley face as well. Yeah. But you have to celebrate the small wins in a very open way. I'm transparent in my happiness.
Yeah, well, fair enough. I mean, stand by your beliefs.
Yeah.
Whether it makes you popular or not.
4 more gates. Forge is here. This almost is Christianer-esque, the way that he's approaching this game. MaxPax much prefers charge into Colossus. This is more Colossus into charge, which It does change the way that you defend usually. It's hard against high tank numbers, or at least I feel like it's hard against high tank numbers, or against low tank numbers. Just against tanks is hard, because tanks are really nice against Colossus. So you really want to force the siege up away from your batteries for as long as possible. Ooh, Sentry's in a little bit of trouble here. Tank shot, not going to be capable of taking them out. There's 130 supply to 106. No fort base quite yet either. We know that MaxPax is very keen on taking these fort bases quickly. Usually before this push arrives, he wants to have a fort. It's not going to be the case here. Charge is done. That means that the Zealots can move in forward. Target fire on the Marines with the Colossus is okay. Tank gets sniped, and that should be fine for the Colossus. I don't think you can die anymore right now, because you have the batteries, you have 2 Colossus. You need to be getting ready for technical plays, drops, movement-based stuff, and that's indeed what Clem is going for. A straight-up drop into the main base. Do we have recall available? Yes, we do. So we can get something back in there. There's also a battery, which is going to help massively. Single Colossus with range and 4 Stalkers should be enough to deal with this. At the same time, at the third base, stuff died as well. I'm not sure what was there, but it's all disappeared. So MaxPax with a very good sequence of events.
Yeah, defense continues to look strong from MaxPax at the moment as Clem got a few pounds in that main base, though. MaxPax is seriously supply blocked from that, so it's actually a nice selection of things for Clem to target down. Quick, easy, doesn't put his units in too much danger while finishing them off and actually making sure he gets value from the damage done. And yeah, succeeds in supply blocking MaxPax for a serious amount of time. Still waiting on extra pylons right now, which are just now finishing. Extra gates will come down as well, as Clem still has a few units split to the right. A lot of units are gathering to the left. Get ready to go into toward that third base again, potentially with a drop in the main.
Yeah. He's gonna get Archons here. This is a desperation mode for MaxPax. He only does this when he thinks he's in a bad spot. He goes for these 6 gas builds. He always flames people that don't play 4 gas into 4 base. And now he's doing it himself. Hypocrite.
Right.
Yeah. I mean, the problem with this is that usually you're not capable of killing the Terran if they have any amount of ghost out. And then you just invested 600 gas in 2 Archons that are going to get popped like a balloon in a needle shop. Like, it's just not great. There's no fort base. You don't have the ability to quickly reinforce with like 10 or 12 gateways. Actually, he does have 10 gateways. Okay, he's just super all in with this. Like, if Clem holds, he wins. If Clem dies, however, then MaxPax wins.
Okay. Well, let's see what is about to happen as MaxPax is diving forward. He's ready to hit with all these units. He's going to be dropped in the main base at the same time. So Clem will get active there straight away. MaxPax is going to be up against a few Vikings, so they're going to have a role to play here too. As the first a little bit of action, EMPs coming down, having to kite back. The Colossus surviving for now. The bio units not doing too much in the main, getting some throws, but not knocking down gateways or anything, or not knocking down the pylons powering them. And MaxPax is instantly able to equalize the workers killed here with this army. Now he's going to depower a lot of the gateways, so that's going to be huge in the end. As MaxPax, though, keeps on pressing forward, that bunker is going to go down, so the bunker will fall. The Vikings trying to get involved again. All these units are super hurt because we built so many Vikings, and the medevacs, 2 of them are across the map, so there's no healing on this bio. I'm trying to chase through. 1 Colossus left over, but I don't think he's going to have units left. That said, he's obviously doing very well at home, and now MaxPax has no warping potential, although he did warp into the main base already, so those Zealots are going huge too.
Yeah, lots of damage here being dealt. We still have 2 ghosts alive, so there's a decent chance that Clem is going to be capable of stabilizing eventually. 4CC also finishes up. His drop on the other side of the map is still active, is now going to hit the third base. Hasn't killed a whole lot of workers yet, but that's going to start right now. SCV's helping out, and 2 ghosts, 2 medevacs are going to be enough for now. The Marine Marauder on the other side of the map is going to kill a bunch of these workers. It's 9 workers versus 17. MaxPax taps out as he knows that the orbital commands are going to be too powerful. He knows that Clem's army is just a little bit too strong. And that means...
Final game for today. In the top left, the red Protoss is MaxPax. In the top right, the blue Terran is Clem. It's Ghost River to finalize the series. And see if these guys have one awesome game left in them.
Yeah. Talking about Ghost River, we've been watching this TV show. Well, it's on Netflix. It's not really on TV. It's called From. Have you heard of it?
No.
Yeah, I'll tell you the synopsis. Basically, there's a town in America where once you enter the town, you can't leave it anymore because you just get automatically kind of get teleported back, you know?
Right. Okay.
right? And then at night, there's zombies that come and attack you.
Okay. And
Yeah, it's an okay show. It's not okay. It just the word ghost triggered a memory for me, and I figured I'd share with the class.
yeah, that's what I was getting. That's what I was getting to. I was like, I can't remember why we started talking about this.
There's no punchline either to this story.
No, it's just that's just the show.
Yeah, it's just the show. And Irene said it's very popular right now. So we watched 2 episodes already. It's not bad. I've been mediocrely enjoying myself. Much better than the other stuff. Are you into the dating stuff or not at all?
No.
Like does Helen watch it? Love is Blind and
No.
No? Yeah. There's like there's infinite ones of these right now. Like Love is Blind. I can't think even of the other names, but Too Hot to Handle. Singles Inferno. Irene watches all of this. I tried watching it. I really tried my best, but I just can't get into it.
I no. I think Helen used to watch some of it, but she mostly watched it to be able to join in the conversations at work. Now she works from home. She doesn't have to, so.
Yeah, she stopped watching it.
Yeah.
Yeah, good call.
I feel like there's just better things to watch. What was the zombie series called? From,
yeah.
From.
It reminded me of Prison Break. Have you seen Prison Break?
Yeah, I have seen Prison Break.
Season 1 Prison Break is phenomenal.
Yeah, season 1's great, and then season 2 is just bad, and it gets worse and worse. Did it even have a season 3? Like, I can't remember. I don't think I made it.
I think in season 3 they go back to prison.
Yeah. Don't they like break out of a different prison, like in a different country? Yeah.
In like I don't remember where it is, but they go in a different country. Have to break out of prison again, and the entirety of season 2, I think, is running away from the law.
Yeah, that sounds about right. No, season 1 was great though.
And in season 4, I don't think we finished it. I think we stopped in the middle of season 4. I think they have to break in somewhere rather than break out, to get like a machine or something. And then every single time you think it's finally finished, then someone backstabs them, or then another, it's like, it's never ending drama. I really like season 1 though, it's great. But yeah.
I haven't watched that in so long. I think because, when the other seasons suck, you never really want to go back and rewatch like the first season, even though the first season was good.
Yeah. I've watched it pretty recently though, the Prison Break, so it's still... Season 1 is fresh in my mind. I think we watched it like 2 years ago or so.
I watched it like 5+ years ago. Long time.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, it's very enjoyable.
Raven,
all right.
On the way. What's happening? Fill us in.
What's happening is that we have a straight Raven against a 4-gate Blink. I think this is... I don't know if this is a blind or a hard counter, but I think a lot of Terrans would like this particular position against MaxPax. Look how hardcore he's trying to make a wall as well with his buildings. Little depot in there, everything in a neat little line. So basically what you want to do, or at least, okay, this is my theory. What you do is you wait until 456 until you go in with the auto turret man. Then you throw an auto turret in the natural and then one in the main. And then you have a defense at home with 2 bunkers. Because you see there's no third base coming up yet, right? That's key.
Okay.
He went too fast.
Yeah. Showed it. A bit too soon. Premature.
Yeah. And the thing is, if you send it in later, you first get the damage. And then you still get the warp in from the opponent anyway. Or the battery response. And now you only... First of all, he knows where it is. So he's going to just leave 1 stalker there, and he doesn't even take any damage. So there's not as much like pressure on him to deal, a crap ton of damage. I mean, MaxPax, if you don't kill your opponent with 4-gate, is usually not great. But he could maybe get away with just like sniping a bunker and like 12 workers or something. Cyclone's going to fall here. Auto turret man is going to come back in. He has 2 available. Second bunker is also done. Third tank is about, 20%? 30% done. 33%. He's halfway done right now, Wardy. Once the third tank is out, usually you're secure. Ooh, instant Raven snipe. That's bad.
Yeah, picks off the Raven immediately. That's an amazing grab. As MaxPax able to get that with no other issues. Stimpak coming up, Marine Marauder tank still building. There's 2 tanks in that main base. The Natural is really just relying on that bunker defense. We will move 1 tank a bit closer towards the Observer. Does see it, but we do not one-shot it. We take a long time to get rid of that tank, and that's a lot of dead Stalkers. The other tank a bit further back was in range of so many as well. Oh, disaster for MaxPax.
Yeah, which is sad because everything went so well in the early game, you know? Like, the Raven dealt no damage, you got to move across the map, then you snipe the Raven for free. Like, this is pretty much the dream scenario. He got to cancel his batteries and there were no repercussions. He cleared the Cyclone. Like, double bunker, once the 3rd tank is out, life is just going to become extremely difficult because there's enough bio units. You can have a tank on the low ground, you can have it on the high ground. Now MaxPax is going to try to harass behind mineral lines. That should not be possible here. Income is going to be slightly better for Clem once he throws down his next set of mules. And we have the 3rd CC coming in already as well. MaxPax did, of course, get charged. +1 is adding 2 more gateways, so it's not the end of the world. But for how good his first few trades were, this should have just been an overall better situation.
Yeah, 100% is the bio going to come through, and we actually do get a little cancel there. So MaxPax with a little bit of success. The Viking does go down. That's a nice grab from MaxPax as well. Just clearing that out as Clem closing in on combat shield, concussive shells +1. So that bio army getting even better soon. Medivacs popping as well. Do you think there's any danger of Clem coming across the map and MaxPax not being able to hold, or do you think he's going to be able to get enough stuff together with the Immortals coming out and charge being done?
Honestly, if the Viking is alive, then the Prism doesn't pose as much as a threat, but losing that Viking probably forces you to keep something at home at all times. And I think we're just gonna go with a drop instead. I kind of like this. I don't think you can just straight up walk out. I think even with the Viking there, it's gonna be hard to straight up walk out. MaxPax spotted it, by the way, or I think he knows. Oh no, it's just a single Stalker going to the bottom. It missed the 8 Marine move out. If this kind of drops behind the opponent and then clears workers, that could be big, but I think there's enough vision, honestly, on the bottom side. MaxPax is prepared for it. This should be fine. Yeah, MaxPax is absolutely in a playable position. Just needs to get Colossus out. I don't really see him dying. Pretty fast 3rd base, though, for Clem as well, so it's an even game, Marty. We call this fine.
Yep. Oh, doing a great job here as the bio coming around the sides. A couple of tanks moving around. Stalkers in the center. Just going to be seeing the Zealots getting down to the bottom. I'm just going to run around here a little bit here and there as the Medivacs just going to heal up and the Stalkers get pushed back. Clem is coming, but it's a lot of Zealots. First Colossus here soon. I think Clem should be, he may be able to trade decently, but I think MaxPax will have a cleanup available. He does have a little drop on the left side, pulls a lot of the Zealots over there. Actually going to be able to take that into the main as well, so potential to keep on being annoying. That could be where MaxPax falls apart if he lets himself get pulled apart a little bit. A few Stalkers going down early too. Here's the Colossus coming in from the north side. Zealots showing up. We're actually going to be able to get the jump on the Colossus, so that will fall. Yeah, the tank's a little bit exposed, but MaxPax is losing a lot of units as the tanks continue to go. The Immortal is on its own as well. Super Battery is about to fade away. Doesn't matter, the Immortal's out DPS'd anyway. And this is going to be MaxPax in trouble. A few Marines unloading the main base. Forces the warp in there, which means the 3rd is going to be unprotected. Clem is just going to get it done as... I think it was just that drop, pulling a few Zealots off to that left side, and then just MaxPax being out of position slightly. Allows Clem to get so much done.
Yeah, huge. There was like 20 Zealots that were there.
Yeah.
And then the Stalkers, they got blasted. The Colossus goes down. I mean, this is one of these things where it really feels like against Clem, you need to... basically at every point, you need to be ready for something. And he's just throwing stuff at you. And if even just a single thing sticks, you're dead. Like, you're just consistently waiting to die, basically. And then if you survive, then you're playing a late game, which is also not great. This is why it's so freaking hard to play against this dude. Yeah, the next Colossus is gonna fall here as well, but Clem is up 50, so I want to see that. I want to see the same thing again here, Wardy. That was a wild sequence.
Yeah, that was absolutely crazy, as Clem is just going to come across the map and kill MaxPax, but not for lack of stuff, just lack of correct positioning, like you say. You kind of mess up one thing slightly, and